What quality do you have to set your camera to when taking a photo of cutlery? 4K? For you guys, I have rounded up what I think are the best 4K cameras of this year. And to see the most up-to-date prices and find out more information about these cameras, you can check out the links in the description below. Let's get started. Opening the video with Sony a7 III, best overall. Sony manages to come up with more exciting items and piques the interest of its users by making fast advancements rather than simply upgrading them. The Alpha 7R3 is a full-frame mirrorless camera. Sony often sticks to the same templates and seems to emphasize quality over appearance and design. They come in a textured black color as usual. On the right side, we can spot the leather material that prevents from falling. It is compatible with large cameras and is not too heavy to be carried anywhere. Sony is equipped with 42 megapixel camera and cooperates with BSI sensor. It is a full-frame mirrorless camera with 5-axis system that works amazing in all lenses, although in poor lighting conditions. The camera is specifically designed for professional use. It might feel tough if you're a beginner and decide to buy it just for its best features. The so-called hybrid autofocus system opened the door for you to choose 5 different autofocus options in a single shot. Wide-angle option captures in the photo a lot more objects and helps you centering the chosen subject. The video shooting capacity is 4K ultra high definition. When the unexpected movement occurs, there is 120 frames per second on 1080p that proves us it can handle every probably can happen situations. Sony went an extra mile with a battery improvement. Get ready to shoot up to 530 shots with EVF mode, and with the updated version, the LCD monitor lasts to 650 shots. Pros: 4K HDR video, massive battery improvement, and 5-axis optional modes. Whereas about the cons, we can say it cannot fit larger lenses and limited screen control. The next camera on the list is the one that aims to conquer the technology world. It's the Nikon Z6 II, which is best for night shots. Nikon over the years come with massive improvements, especially in digital camera production. It is counted as a fearsome opponent to other brands and always ready to fight against all of them. Nikon is a full-frame mirrorless camera. It is covered in a classic black leather material with minor touchings in the texture. It has a tight grasp that makes it comfortable to hold vertically. The LCD touchscreen in the front is contributing a quick access in shooting, vlogging, or taking selfies. The viewfinder of the camera is added to its design where they decreased both the refresh lag and the blackout between shots. It is built with 24 megapixel camera in operation with a BSI sensor. The Z6 II native ISO range of 100 to 51,200 where the camera can capture amazing images, and it has the best low light sensitivity that can be produced according to your shooting circumstances. Even in nighttime shootings, it produces desirable image quality. This camera is highly recommended to professionals, but still beginners won't have too much trouble using it. Another improvement we unfortunately couldn't see in previous items is the autofocus. The most notable one is face and eye detection in the wide-angle AF mode. Even it works amazingly in low light conditions, especially night shootings. The Z6 II's maximum burst speed is highly impressive. It can burst shoot 14 frames per second, but if you only use a single AF point. However, if you wanted the camera to choose for you, it shoots 12 frames per second. It is built with a promising 4K Ultra HD that supports 60p. The company claims that can last roughly 410 shots in LCD mode and 340 shots in EVS mode, which I think is a pretty decent number. About its pros, we can say it's high ISO range, amazing night shootings, and a solid autofocus performance in different circumstances. Whereas about the cons, it doesn't have articulated screen and doesn't give many customizable options. The next camera is Panasonic Lumix G9, best for pros. Lately, Panasonic is carrying out impressive improvements by sticking like glue just not to lose its reputation and coming out in the market as a hot tea for photography lovers. Lumix G9 is also a mirrorless camera. With such a classic design, this cool camera is covered in black leather with a durable magnesium alloy body. In the front, we can see LCD touchscreen is flippable, where it provides you with different angle shootings, so your video will appear more unique than others. It is capable of enduring the heaviest weather in every field. It is minus 10 degrees Celsius freeze-proof and can handle water splash, and it is dust-proof. You, as professionals, what else you may need from a digital camera? It has a 20.3 megapixel camera, and having plus 80 megapixel in high resolution, this camera captures sharp images in dynamic range. Cooperating with Panasonic's specific MOS sensor, this wide-angle camera has one of the best AF systems. Besides having tracking mode, it can have access to refocus on a subject in the background as they come towards the camera. With a continuous autofocus, G9 can burst shoot with 20 FPS using a mechanical shutter. By activating the wobbling mode, which means you can clumsily move side to side, it still will be able to keep the focus and ensure the peak sharp pictures. Now let's talk about video shootings. The camera provides a capability of 4K with 60p video capture, which is not a very common offer by other brands, let alone at this price point. If you want to shoot in slow motion, the camera captures up to 180 FPS with increased VFR. Battery life is quite alright. It may vary from your shooting environment. The company claims 920 shots per charge only in a battery-saving mode. Pros: withstands in every weather condition, and freeze-proof down to minus 10 degrees Celsius, and also dust-proof, HOF weatherproof, and advanced features. Whereas about the cons, it's complicated for beginners, lacks DSLR battery life, and the viewfinder fails to keep up with burst mode. Number 2. The next camera in line waits those mini directors or filmmakers. It's the Fujifilm X-T4, which we categorized it as the best for value. Fujifilm makes cameras that are hard to find elsewhere. They are always updating themselves, and with their forward-looking vision, they offer innovation to every product they make. X-T4 brings refreshing design to digital technology. The classic textured black color gives the satisfying hold. The best detail is when the metal design is wrapped around the camera to break the routine, which somehow became like the traditional must. The new shutter mechanism is the first thing we notice in the camera, and it produces great snapping sounds. If you're irritated or simply don't want to be disturbed, you can always switch to silent mode. It is intended for more professional use, so if you buy it as a starter, you will most likely need to do a lot of reading beforehand. To avoid any damage of your suitcase, the LCD touchscreen can be removed or turned. While the picture is blocked by sunlight, the OLED screen is introduced for a better looking screen. And the camera shares 26 megapixels following the BSI sensor, giving you a 15 FPS burst shoot, which is pretty decent. And when it comes to video shooting, it captures 4K videos with 60p where you can shoot amazing nature videos, wildlife videos, and with a changeable mirror you can use different lenses and get a close look at the object. However, if you want to switch it into 1080 pixel, it captures up to 240p. The wide-angle mode includes a wide range of the picture, and the tracking mode is there to help you follow the subject smoothly. The most significant feature is the Eterna bleach bypass that comes in with 12 modes. It made it less challenging to manipulate with any picture. It is widely used in well-known movies for such a long time by shooting ultra-high-definition videos for TV and digital platforms. Lastly, we have battery life separated into 2 modes. We have the first standard mode with 500 frames, while the other economic mode lasts for 600 frames. About its pros: the fastest autofocus performance, elegant detailed design, and mechanical shutter is silent. About its cons: sensor is not advanced, less camera megapixels, and no battery charger that comes with it. Finally, yet important camera of the video goes to Canon PowerShot G7X Mark III, which we categorize it as best 4K for vlogging. Canon all the time brings innovation and finds solutions to every complaint that comes from users' mouths. And that's pretty much how they manage to stay on top best lists all the time. Canon's PowerShot series revived with the coolest design, where you can differ from traditional ones. The body is made of rubberized plastic and metal with a sturdy screen mechanism. Dials are softly built, so you won't need to put any pressure while pressing. The LCD touchscreen on the front is highly responsive to any touch, and it's comfy enough that you can hold it for hours without getting tired. Sadly, there is no viewfinder but has screen articulation, which means you can basically move it anywhere or simply use only tilt. It is recommended for beginners, especially for vloggers who have less information about how to control various modes but still want to create quality videos. The camera operates with a standard 20.1 megapixel stacked CMOS sensor. Autofocus can be set in 3 modes, and the first one is tracking mode, where the photographer shoots in movement. The second one supports the static landscapes and subjects, and the third one is the disabled mode. Without the quality drop, just by using the EOS webcam software, you can switch it into a webcam when you live stream. When it comes to video shootings, it has a 4K shooting quality with 30p, but sadly it is not available in all modes. If you drop it in the full high-definition display panel, you can shoot in 120p videos. About its pros: responsive LCD screen, turn it into webcam camera, and of course it's for vlogging. Whereas about the cons, 4K is not available in all modes, and there is no viewfinder. With that being said, we came to the bottom of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video to be helpful. If you have any questions about the products mentioned in this video, you can leave a comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Until the next video, stay safe, take care, and peace out.